Many people are familiar with the autonomous car industry, or more commonly known as simple self-driving cars. But there's a much larger sector that this technology will advance in, and that is in semi-trucks. Yes, there is a market for autonomous consumer vehicles, but the benefits that this technology will bring to the trucking industry is staggering. However, is it part of the computer technology sector, and does it involve coding? The answer is absolutely a yes. The amount of coding that has to go on the onboard computers in the trucks is obvious. One main step that the coding and technology will have in this industry is the ability for the truck to see a scenario and actually make a decision and react to the external variables of the world. It all comes down to situational awareness, and the fate of the technology falls on the ability to give computers the same ability to that of a professional truck driver and its ability to make quick decisions. And how will this be done? Well, that's when the coding and programming comes in. What does the future look like for this technology, and what advancements need to be made? Well, the actual goal of today's companies such as Google, Otto, or Uber, who are large promoters of this idea, isn't to make a truck that will travel from one location across the country to another completely electronically, but instead to make the job of a truck driver easier. This means that the next 5 to 10 years will hold the change from assisted driving trucks to fully autonomous trucks. Right now, the technology will still require someone on board as a precaution, but in the future, the hope is that it will be done through coding and computer technology alone, and no driver will be needed necessarily. Why is this considered emerging technology? Well, this would be considered emerging technology because yes, we have had GPS help in trucks and surrounding emergency sensors, and of course the trucks themselves, but it wasn't until now that certain companies such as Otto or Mercedes have started combining the technology and producing fully autonomous semi-trucks, or tractor-trailers. There is some technology like this that lies in vehicles like farm equipment, where GPS location is used to keep a tractor and implement moving in a straight line or covering a field, but the supercomputers in these trucks will have the ability to avoid obstacles, navigate roads no matter their direction or incline, and go from point A in the world to point B without the intervention of humans. This is obviously far greater than the previous technology that existed prior, and when it comes to funding, with such large companies like Uber, Google, Otto, and Mercedes, with the help of sponsors, it is clear that it has the financial backbone it needs to take off and make great change in the future. This technology's benefits and uses are pretty self-explanatory. It's going to make truck drivers' lives easier and give them the ability to keep traveling by offering them a break from driving to do things like eat, sleep, relax, all while the truck is still moving and heading to their drop-off point. More and more companies are designing their own autonomous trucks, and large product companies are becoming interested in the industry because it will increase their products' transportation efficiency. This clearly shows that there is a desire and a future use for this computer technology, and in my opinion, I think it is going to have a slow start, but it is going to begin to take over nonetheless. Although I can see a lot of uproar sparking due to the amount of jobs that could be lost or altered between the US and Canada, the trucking industry employs almost 2 million people. So when self-driving trucks enters the scene, they may not be happy. However, overall, I think that the autonomous semi-trucks is an emerging technology and will continue to advance in popularity and will eventually become a huge factor of transportation in the future.